Hi YouTube, so today we're going to decorate a soup can. This is your regular sized progressive soup can. Now I've already popped the top. Wait, is this Campbell's? I think it was Campbell's. Anyway, pop the top so it has that smooth inside. Empty, it's been washed with soap and water. Peeled off the label as best as I could. It's all nice and clean. So you're going to need a large soup can. And that's for you to put your craft scissors in, you know, or, I don't know, a comb, something like that. Hot glue gun, some ribbon. I have this ribbon for, it's 15 feet of ribbon for $4. So you want to wrap, oops, come on, glue gun, sit up. So you want to wrap your ribbon around the can till it connects, and it may be a ½ centimeter or centimeter over, so you can overlap. Let's get started. Put some glue on. Grab your ribbon. Wrap it around so you get to where it meets. Add a thin line. Boop. Okay. Now, for neatness, you want to start your next piece of ribbon where you started your last one. It just looks a lot more neater. See? Now you want to put it as close under as you can. All the way around the can. And where I have overlap, go ahead and chop it off. Add your glue. And again, apply your glue in the same area. Get your ribbon. Go around as close as you can under the next one. You want to pull it a tad bit tight. Ooh, hot. You have extra. Snip it off. And if you want, midway when you're applying your ribbon, you can go ahead and put more glue down. It's not really necessary, it'll stay, but just in case you want to. Also, another cool thing would be, to use would be that ruffled, that pre-ruffled and ruched ribbon. That would add just amazing texture to it. I personally like to snip as I go. You kind of hungry, kind of thirsty. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of the camera. I didn't focus. So far I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strips of ribbon. And now my bottom piece is not as thick as from the top. But I'm still going to use the same size strip. I'm going to put a dab of glue on top of the previous ribbon that I wrapped. Now the bottom, I will add glue going around because you don't know if this part will be touching too much of the table, and so you know with tugging and pulling it might become damaged or ruffled. So to avoid that, we're going to put more glue on it. Ta-da! Now that's my seam line. If you don't want a seam line, you're going to take some of your ribbon, start it at the top, and go to the bottom. Now, you're going to add about 1.5 inches to that, because we're going to make this a functional covering for the can. Now you want to cut your line as straight as possible and line it up with the bottom of your seam. Put equal parts of glue on each side. Where's that glue stick? Take your piece. I'm going to put it a little bit past the end of that. I'm going to drag it up. So the glue's not too thick and it lays really flat. See? Now, you're going to take some glue and make a stream going up your seam line. Now, the reason why we have this little flap is we're going to make a tab, like so. That way, when you finish with your tab, finish with, okay, I'll tell you after. On the inside of your can, you want to put a blob of glue. Go ahead and plug it. So I have a glob of glue, if you can see. I'm going to take the very end of my tab and tuck it in. I'm going to use the nozzle to flatten it against the can. So now you have this little seam cover, and you have a can with a tab. The reason why we put the tab on this is because you can tack it to a, if you have a cubicle, you could tack it to a cork board. Tack it to your bulletin board to make space on your desk. You can see the tab is still holding on because we were very generous with glue. Take your glue gun. This is like a little, okay, maybe not. Another thing you could do with this. Ta-da! Yes, darling. Sanitizer cover. I mean, I get mine from Bath and Body Works, so it's a pretty bottle as is. It is amazing, baby. But just in case you want it to match your surroundings. Have fun crafting.